Live. We is live. We is in the building. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. We is in the building. We is in the building. We is in the building. Ho. Yes, yes, yes. Energy. The energy rising. The frequency rising. We hear reflections. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use the laptop for a second. Okay. All right. Shout out to Bob Marley, One Love. I got my One Love shirt on again, Reflections. All right. If y'all ain't seen the new visual, it just dropped. 9 Ether Beings. High vibrations for the 9 Ether Beings. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's the energy right now. We are rising in frequency. The planet is ours. Let's stop saying it's coming back, because it ain't. It's ours. Feel me? We rising. Welcome to class. Welcome to class, Reflections. Now, I'm going strictly off the inspiration of the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? So, before we even get too deep, I was instructed to do this, so I'm going to do this. Because we ain't did this in a little minute, so we going to do it. Open it up with the right frequency. All right, everybody close their eyes. Welcome to class to y'all coming in. Mind you on YouTube? You with us too? My mom do her own thing. You with us, Bay? Bay over there ordering. I think Goddess over there in the university over there with us. She with us. Goddess, you with us? Okay, she's with us. All right. Everybody coming in. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. But before we dive into that, we got a frequency. We got to set this frequency. You hear me? One love. Y'all see the shirt? One love. One love, baby. You feel me? I had to re-rock it, bring it back. You gonna see me with this shirt on a lot. See, I ain't one of the people gonna get in the video and wear the shirt one time. Nah, you might see this shirt 1,000 times because I love it. I love the energy of it. I love what it represents, period. All right? But let's go. Everybody close their eyes. Let's get on the right frequency before we talk about this will today. Ezekiel's will, you hear me? All right, welcome to class. You hear me? Now that we didn't set the frequency right, had to set the frequency right, y'all. Had to set the frequency right. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling okay? Y'all feeling great? High vibrations, I hope. High vibrations, I hope. Welcome to class. Y'all just getting in here. Had to set the frequency right. We had to set the frequency right before we do anything. Before we do anything today. Okay? So, before we really get rocking and rolling, go. Welcome to class. All right. So before we really get rocking and rolling today and diving into this esoteric teaching given to us by the Most High, I want to talk about the visual. 9 at the Being visual just came out, was just released right on this channel earlier. I want y'all to go check that out ASAP when you get a chance. Put a lot of deep esoteric messages in there. The whole visual is a message. I told y'all that I'm gonna put the album out, all high frequency, just to attack the energy from that way. It'll be nothing but high frequency visuals. I promise y'all that. We not gonna stop. We only gonna go harder. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. It was like at 14,000 views before we started class, so I appreciate y'all for tuning in. But I wanna announce something though. I wanna speak about the models I used, because I seen a comment on Instagram and one of the guys caught it, and I could say it now because the visual out. The visual wasn't out first, so I caught a lot of right hooks from what's so-called the conscious community for saying I was fake woke because I decided to use our goddesses and I allowed them to show some legs. All right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for saying that y'all like the visual, but that's not my visual. That's our visual. That's a message. I'm not a rapper. I'm a mentalist who put lessons over beats. That's how I'm doing, like music with a message, you know? But I want to talk about the models. I did that because I write all my video treatments out. That was all strategy, from the blue charger for the brow chakra, third eye, to the lights used, lighter blue for the throat chakra. Nobody peeped that the lights were lighter than the car. They were still blue. Throat chakra, third eye energy. Opened it up with the revolutionary Angela Davis. Why? Because that represents goddess energy, where everything starts at with the black woman who is God. We already understand this by now because she has the mitochondrial DNA, DEA, deoxyetheric acid. But nobody peeped. I had the goddesses in all black, and I used 3. I didn't use 1. I didn't use 2. I used 3. I placed everything in there for a reason. I did the same thing the industry does to you. They place everything in their visuals for a reason. Nothing is by accident from the angles of the camera. 90-degree angles. And I gave you 4 different 90-degree angles in there, which is 360. Because information comes around in a full circle. You see, anything I do is going to always have a quadruple meaning to it. You better know that. As far as the goddesses, not only did I pull them in to enlighten them through their job, which was modeling, because they were hired. You know, we Real Over Rich, the UCI, we fund everything out of our own pockets. Black-owned businesses. Like, we support black-owned businesses because we black-owned businesses. All right? But understand, though, something deeper. I knew that a lot of people, you can reach more people through music than you can through lecturing. We reaching a lot of individuals and we reaching a lot of souls through these lectures when we gather here every Sunday. But we will reach more with the music than we can ever reach just doing lectures. You know how many individuals now they in the university, they want to know more what's going on because they hearing the music. People, that's easier to take in and digest for some than others. You know? So that's 1. But for 2, I knew that a lot of individuals, even those who vibrating low, would have never listened to the video, would never come watch a lecture. They would have worked that when they see legs and ass cheeks, they're going to immediately get in their root chakra and sacral chakra. So I harnessed everyone's energy that's vibrating low. See what I'm saying? By using they so-called weakness against them. Because what? Guess what you're going to do? You're going to see ass cheeks and legs. You're like, oh, she pretty. But now you done came into the video. You've been lured into the message. You see? And then for the other individuals who was like, it was like a lot of hype around it already because people want to know what the video was about because they seen the goddess. Like, hold on, what the chicks, hold on. He fake woke. I know how he gonna represent us. How he say he stand for something and he let the goddesses be naked and he got the chick, got the goddess naked, right? Not peeping the number of bodies that were used. Not peeping the color they had on. Yes. And what did it do? Your root chakra energy, your sacral chakra energy, I harnessed it from you. For those who were vibrating high, they was going to listen anyway. But I'm talking about, remember, I'm not aiming for those who are already woke. I'm aiming for the unwoke, those not woke, the unawoken. See, the unenlightened. That's who I'm trying to save. You already know the truth. I'm not trying to chase you down. You see? You know how many people gonna watch that video just because they see them? That's what businesses do to you. They go put a beautiful woman in front of you. Now you go buy all the shoes from them. All the commercials, they like to use white women or beautiful goddesses to lure your ass in. Because ain't no energy stronger than feminine energy. That's why I use 3. They represented the Trinity in that video. And then once I was able to get the root chakras activated and the sacral chakras activated, because I knew the awoken was going to get the message, I'm aiming for the unawoken. So once I got the stimulating, I came at them through what they love. Pussy, ass, and titties. That's what you love. That's what you look at the goddesses as. That's what you look at the women as. So you looking like, okay, let me go listen just because of that. And then you got other low vibrational human goddesses that they gonna go look just because they jealous. See what I'm saying? Who is this? Let me see these in the video. Let me see what he was talking about. You know? You didn't expect all that to be in that. No, you didn't. If you was on and already tapped in, you did. Somebody said one love. Yep, people. I had one love shirt on. You see? And you know, I got the street cats too. All the street cats that wouldn't have never listened. That was a real member. Shout out to BMF Cash. Appreciate God for coming out. He a real affiliated with BMF. So he was back in the day with them. Real street career, not one of them fake people that's just walking around with BMF shirts on. Nah, I don't move like that. You think I wouldn't just got a random nigga and put BMF on his hat and told him stand in the video? You go look him up. And then you come back to me and run a resume. Nah, guess what? You know how many street cats wouldn't have listened? Now they gonna look the video because he was in there? Feel me? All calculated moves to get you to get the message. And for those who vibrating high, they was going to get the message regardless. But a lot of individual souls getting lured in right now. And from that visual, guess what they going to want to do? Look at other ones. Then after that, now they want to go see who is Rashad Jamal. Now they want to see what is Rashad Jamal talking about. There goes another awoken soul. Welcome to the university. I feel like I'm like Morpheus and y'all Neo. I told y'all that. I'm Morpheus, y'all Neo. I done hit y'all up through the internet just like Morpheus came at Neo. Remember, he came through the internet. Y'all Neo. I'm Morpheus. Helping you remember who you is. Like Morpheus did Neo. Telling you that, hey, once you remember who you is, you ain't got to run from bullets no more. You don't have to want for money. You'll never lack again in your life. You'll never want for anything because you are everything. How can you want for anything when you are already everything? Unless you don't know what you are or who you are or where you came from or what you came back to do. Are you moving off inspiration, which is the direction of your ancestors and your creator? Or are you moving off the laws of the land? What dictates your day? See, I set a time, 6:30, when I walk in here, when I want to. And other individuals will feel like, oh, he shouldn't do that. But yes, I should. Because I'm not abiding by the law of no land. I come in here when my ancestors tell me to come in here. I speak about what my ancestors permit me to speak about. Because I move off the law of the cosmos. I'm divinely guided because I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy, which is what a lot of us lack as gods. We got masculine, we lack the empathy. We lack the understanding, the patience, because that takes divine feminine energy to do that. And you know, they taught us, don't go into your feminine nothing, because then you what? Tell you soft, you know, right? The tricks they play to dim the beautiful glow of the soul. Everything ever done to you or taught to you by your oppressor was given to you to dim your soul. That's why I told you we don't need emotions. Love, fear, anger, pride, jealousy. I ain't got to say the H word. Not in front of this crystal, I will not. Because that ain't the frequency this crystal deserves. Because she is alive. But you know the H word. Emotions dim the soul. They dim the soul. 9 ether beings. See? 9 ether beings. Look at yourself. Look at the metaphysical you. Hold on, let's look at the metaphysical you for a second, in case you forgot. Look at the metaphysical you. That's the metaphysical you. You see the Makerba? That's the Makerba, y'all. If y'all never knew what the Makerba was, you see it? Triangle, and then the other one. They call it the Star of Israel, but nah, that's our Makerba. Now, they stole everything from us. They stole everything from us. Remember that. They call it the Star of David. Everybody talking about they let the GDs in the dough. For those people, they call it the 6-point star for the GDs. You see how Larry Hoover, free Larry Hoover too. You see this is, Larry Hoover adopted that star. And then you wonder why he's sitting in jail. You run around thinking y'all GDs and throwing up pitchforks and 6-point stars for all the people that took it and made it a gang, which it is not, which it was never supposed to be. Divine messages was in what Larry Hoover was doing. Facts. This is the ancient Makerba. This is how you look. When you sit in when you in your meditative state, you activate this Makerba around you. And also notice, it also represents divine masculine energy, which points up to enforce, and divine feminine energy, which points down, give orders, the creativity. Also represents, you see the star on top? Divine masculine energy, because he has to listen to what the divine feminine energy is telling and then enforce it. The one pointing down, divine feminine energy, because the feminine energy gives the orders. It's the creativity. And this is the same Makerba. As above, so below. That's where that come from. You know? Now you see why the Israelites had to go adopt our shit. Grounding. You see another Makerba at the bottom. That's a whole nother lecture for a whole nother moment, because I ain't trying to shut YouTube down. They'll do it if I get to dive into that one at the bottom. We're going to say that for the website. You also see one on the top, because that represents the many different possibilities that exist, limitless. You feel me? Yeah, all the colors, all the vibratory colors in there. The chakras, right? But this Makerba, all right, the Makerba, that's what a Makerba is. It's a 6-point star. All right. The Makerba is the same Makerba that they used to blow our second sun away in the beginning of the war. All right. And when they took our planet from us and everything from us, peace to all the guys walking in class, 2,100 people in class, what's the word? But when they took our Makerba and pushed the second sun away, that started the whole cosmic war that we are still battling now. So we gonna stay right there at that. How this Makerba, we had a one that was outside of us, and you have one that's inside of you and around you. These Makerbas. You also can activate the Makerba to travel in it. This is the original astral traveling. The original astral traveling before you had to leave the vessel. Okay? The original astral projection before you ever had to leave the vessel. Because you are immortal. We are immortal beings. It was the oxygen that made you what they want to call, quote unquote, superhuman. Because you could never be human. At the least, you could be superhuman. That means you this God living in this human state, but you're still going to be superb regardless, because your genetics that's just what you are. You are the creator of everything, and everything is you. Okay? So, before we dive deep into this divine download, it's imperative that we open it up with the right spiritual energy. So first, let me start with my disclaimer. If you don't like to hear profanity, get the fuck out now. Okay? If you don't want your kids to hear profanity, exit the motherfucking university right now. Okay? If you don't like outspoken black gods, you might want to get up out of here. Okay? If you got a problem with black gods who is cool with high vibrational human beings, and that's going to make you call me fake woke, because I'm not racist, so I fuck with the high vibrational human beings. Shout out to all the human beings that came out and stood with us on the 13th. See what I'm saying? All the high vibrational human beings. But for you judgmental black bitches, that's what I like to call you, house Negroes, that will take me being cool with anybody human that's me being fake woke, you might want to exit now. And if you're a human being, right, and you got a problem with me saying that y'all came out the Petri dish, which y'all did, you might want to exit this motherfucker now. This is the disclaimer. So can't nobody ever say they ain't know what the fuck they was getting themselves into when they walked in here today. You see what I'm saying? That's the disclaimer. We're going to leave it at that. Now, I want to send, like I say, peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. All right? All right? I don't like to use the term education, all right? Or adjudication, as it was used to be called. But proper education always creates enlightenment. However you want to flip it, whatever you want it to be, you're going to rise, though. Positive energy always creates elevation. You know? Proper understanding with an E always creates enlightenment. And don't tell me I can't spell understanding with an E. Don't it sound like it's spelled that way? How it sound? Inner. Like in this. Like emit. So I can spell it how I want to spell it. See what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what you're doing when you spelling anyway. You're spelling. It's a spell. It's what you want it to be. When will you realize this reality is what you want it to be? I don't give a fuck what they taught you. Peace meaning proper, inner, with an E, standing, always creates enlightenment. See, I don't want to spell it that way. I want to spell it my way. You see, I keep telling you that. Do this shit your way. You are the algorithm. You are right and you are wrong. You are everything and you are nothing. You are everything and everything is you. You are everywhere, you are nowhere. When will you realize what you are? You the dust, you the microbes in the dust. You the dark matter energy from which all cosmic bodies are formed. Galaxies, multiverses, realities, dimensions, paradigms, planets. You the wise old owl. You that wise old owl that sat in that oak. And the more he saw, the less he spoke. And the less he spoke, the more he heard. You are that wise old bird. Once again, free Larry Hoover. I'm sending the deepest of understanding to all the elders 65 and older, because respect to the elders is to take your power back. You must respect everything, what came before you and what came after you and what came with you. So this is why I respect my elders, because they came before me in this physical, in this lifetime. And I respect my peers because they came with me in this lifetime. And I respect the youth because they come after me in this lifetime or after this vessel. Prepare yourself to rise. Proper preparation always prevents poor performance. I'll say that again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Once again, free Larry Hoover. So to all my elders, I'm sending you the deepest of insight. The deepest of it. And may you be brave in battle, because it has came amongst us. May you be fearless in battle, for this war is already won. We already won the war. Let's just sit back and enjoy it. Watch it play out. The sun don't shine unless we tell it to. Did you know that? Beautiful reflections. That the sun don't shine unless you tell it to. We are the epic center of the cosmos. When we react, nature reacts. We are nature. That's why they didn't even want you wearing your natural ether. Or that's why they didn't like, you see, I showed you Angela Davis. They didn't like people in there. She said they deemed her as militant just because she had a natural. Don't want to call it an afro, because we know the afro, anything pertaining to that name, we giving all our love to a white racist oppressor named Scipio Africanus. So we not going to call it an afro no more. Now we know why they called it naturals. But why was the oppressor viewing our people as militant just for wearing their natural ether? Just like they view you militant today when you lock your ether. When you braid your ether, you are already a threat. See, a lot of you walking around, we waking up wearing our jewelry back in our foreheads and our eyes. We getting back to our tattoos. You think tattoos are new? Your tattoos used to light up. We are luminous beings. They showed you this in Avatar. We always adorned ourselves in symbols, crystals. We always lived in the most royal fashion. We the gods, man. Poverty is a spell. School is a spell. The workforce is a spell. These are all sentient programs, a part of this matrix, like whole lockdown. But it has corroded. It has melted right where it stood. So to my peers, I want to send the deepest of insight. And may you be brave in battle. May the ancestors be with you. May the guardian angels be with you. May the cherubim be with you. May the seraphim be with you. May the Galactic Confederation and the other many extraterrestrial confederations all throughout the 12 universes be with you. May fearlessness be with you. Remove the fear. Replace it with purpose. You can't have fear and purpose. You got to make a choice. Either you're going to have fear and no purpose, which is why we are, most of us, where we are today, living with all this fear. So therefore, you lack a purpose. Therefore, if you lack a purpose, then they will use you to make their purpose come true. You don't hear me? You can't have both. You can't have both. You can't have both. Either you're going to have fear and no purpose, or you're going to have a purpose and no fear. When you know your purpose, you can't live with fear. You don't move with fear. And when you don't move with fear, the universe bends to you the way it's supposed to, because you created her in the first place. Do you know you created everything? I mean, every little thing. The air you breathe, that's you. That's you. The number of chromosomes that are attached to the chromosphere, that's you, of the sun that makes it shine. You did that. You salted the seas. You did that. You put you were the one to design the turtle shell to deem how tough it should be. Oh, how wise you are, but yet you forgot who you was. Who you think created the octopus and decided to put X amount of arms on it? Who made the snail move slow? Who created the lemur? Who created the wolf? Who gave the lion its soul or chi for it to roar and be heard from up to 5-6 miles away? You did. Who gave the rhinoceros its strength? You did. Say you forgot what you are and who you are? You won't damn near go around no rhino today. Who you think designed the cheetah? Gave it its speed with an internal cool down mechanism so that the body of the cheetah don't overheat. Who you think was the scientist that designed that? You were. Who you think enumerated the number of ridges on your fingertip and made sure no fingerprint was ever the same? You did. Take your power back. Stop praying to things outside of you, because you will never get changed when you do that. Remember when Aladdin went to the genie? The genie gave him 3 wishes. Imagine how it would have been if Aladdin went to the genie and then the genie turned around and said, okay, I can help you, Aladdin, but let me go ask somebody else. Let me go pray to this white Jesus or these gods that your oppressors gave you. Muhammad, Buddha, Jesus, Mary, all of them given to you. Your ancestors didn't accept none of that shit. That's why they had to go to war with them. Deport their souls from the planet. But we back now. See, those ancestors that they deported in the beginning, that's us that came back. We remember what they did to us. That's why we so full of rage. Indigo children, we started being born in the 1950s. All the way up to now, what they call blue crystal babies. Just different races of indigo children. But we are the ancient ones that were here in the beginning. That's why the youth or our generation has been so full of rage. And they knew we was coming, so that's why they put drugs in the community, STDs in the community, crack in the community, Black exploitation period, they brought pimping in and made our women made it cool to be a hoe and a pimp in the 70s. They knew we was coming. So they had spells designed for us. They created the TV, started tracking you, came out with cell phone devices because they knew you were coming. Anybody, any soul here after 1950, you're indigo child. If you have carbon in your skin, that makes you a 9-ether being. Like I said, Sirius X headquarters, that means we 9 ethers. You hear me? 9 ether beings. They knew we was coming. They tried everything in their power to stop us from coming. Because after they took this from you, from your ancestors, they had from us, they had a spurt where they didn't have nothing to worry about. Because the souls that were coming were not the ancient ones. The ancient ones have returned. All of you, ancient ones, spiritual assassins. From 1950 all the way through that whole window. Every day, every second these souls coming in here, these all indigo. We started coming in 1950. In 1930, they were able to track us with their sonar radars, seeing all this activity in the sky behind the firmament. They're like, boy, these motherfuckers coming in droves. So what they do, they created the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover. They seen us coming in 1930. By 1950, we was here. Walking in and all. Why you think in the 60s, we had that whole shift in consciousness. They called it the Civil Rights Movement. We are everything. So to my peers, be fearless in battle. Enjoy this new world that we are finna create out of the ashes of their burnt down system. To the youth, blue crystal babies, our indigo children too. Rainbow kids, rainbow children. Rainbow babies. Blue crystal babies. Still just another more advanced race of indigo children. You know the mission. That's why your soul be burning like that. They call y'all rebellious. You not rebellious. You just know that this ain't how shit's supposed to go. We didn't want to be in school. Y'all don't want to be in school. Because you're not supposed to be in school. You're supposed to be perfecting your art. Building. Creating. Manifesting. Whole new worlds. Whole new realities. Helping the planet heal. Creating new forms of spiritual medicines for her. But you're not able to do that. Because we got motherfuckers in the way. These motherfuckers, they hide behind these laws. It's the laws that have set the pace of your reality. And if you don't follow their laws, they punish you with jail or death. Or they punish you. You can't eat, can't communicate. When they created a fake ass winter season, if you didn't have heat, now you in there shivering because you're not playing by their damn rules. Basic liberties they have taken from you through their laws. Their law ain't never been righteous. So I don't even know why we following it. That's the blind leading the blind right there. Why are we following the law when we know it's not righteous? If we know the motherfuckers who wrote the law wasn't righteous, what? We look like following the law. Who wrote it? And what was his intent in him when he wrote it? For you and your people. That's what you ask yourself about the law. Who wrote the law? And what was his intent when he wrote it? How did he feel about your forefathers when he wrote it? And you want to follow the law, huh? And don't tell me you want to follow the law because you don't want nobody to rob you. Or you don't want nobody to kill innocent people to get killed. If you ain't want nobody to get robbed, you will be mad at the oppressors because ain't nobody robbed motherfuckers more than America 3Ks herself. The people that wrote the law, ain't nobody stole more from us than them. So nah, don't say you follow the law because you don't want nobody to get robbed. And don't say you following the law because you don't want nobody to get hurt. You don't want nobody to get killed. You don't want innocent people to get killed. People always point to the death rates in the streets and the ghettos of the world and saying how many people getting killed. That's nothing. That's minuscule compared to how many people governments all over the world have killed and are still killing today. So don't talk to me about no motherfucking law. Don't say go lock up the rapist. Don't point no motherfucking finger at R. Kelly. Don't point no motherfucking finger at no nigga in there fighting no rape case. If you're not going to get mad at the motherfuckers who made the law. Because ain't nobody raped us more than them. And still raping us to this day. Ain't nobody doing more child molesting than them. Yet you got people you are charged with child molestation, whether they did it or not. As if you really care about protecting our children. When you don't. You got underground cities full of kids. Vans riding around neighborhoods every day, snatching up black goddesses and Latino kids. But y'all will get on the news and act like y'all fighting some crime, though. So for my law-abiding citizens, if you really wanted some real law, you wouldn't support this country just because you wanted real law. You wouldn't support the oppressors because you do want real law. But we can't get it from their ass. I don't want to hear shit about justice for Kanika, justice for Ahmaud Arbery, justice for Trayvon Martin, justice for Sean Bell, justice for Sandra Bland, justice for George Floyd. I don't want to hear shit about no motherfucking justice for nobody. You know why? Because the people that wrote the law, it was made for us. What you mean justice for Ahmaud Arbery? How? You gonna lock the cops up? And we supposed to believe you did that? What you gonna lock the white racists up that killed a black god, something that you stand for down here in Georgia, and we supposed to believe you gonna give him some justice? Justice was served when y'all killed him in y'all eyes. See, that's how they serve justice. Cops shoot you dead in the street. It don't matter whether you black, white, gang banging, never sold drugs. Shoot you in your shit. So when you out there justice for that person, in their eyes, they just serve justice. They killed another black god. They helped them transcend. That's their job. Be it them shooting you with the gun, be it them shooting you with drugs, be it them shooting you with pornography, be it them shooting you with negative Netflix movies, be it them shooting you all in your esoteric bodies with the negative vibrations they casting through the movies and the music. They still shooting you in your shit. They just doing it in different ways. So what justice is you talking about? How was justice served? So what if they lock up the motherfuckers that killed the Ahmaud Arbery? It's still more white racists is gonna kill more of us. So what justice was served? Cop kill a nigga, they lock the cop up. You feel like justice was served? Justice was served because they locked the cop up? So they gonna stop killing niggas because they locked one cop up? They gonna stop mistreating our species because one cop got locked up? Nigga, they putting fluoride in your motherfucking water. Everything you eat poison. And you believe justice was served because one cop got locked up for killing one of us? Like they not using a million different methods to take us out every day? How was justice served? How was justice served? You still got to eat meat, don't you? And it's cloned meat at that, don't you? You still believe they landed a nigga on the moon because they told you that, don't you? So how was justice served? You still believe Columbus discovered America. Niggas still believe when they say Columbus came over the water, and he was on a ship and he came over the water, niggas literally think they talking about a boat. So how was justice served? Every song that come out on major radio, nigga, is full of negative vibration to hurt you and your kids. Gonzo is a transsexual now. He just came out gay. How was justice served? They're promoting this agenda. It's the depopulation agenda. That's all that represents. How was justice served? You still, they still making you vote like it count. So they mind fucking you. How was justice served? That's when you don't see the big picture. You think justice was served. Justice is served when ain't no more drugs in our communities. Justice was served when ain't no more prices for fruits and vegetables that grow from your planet. Justice was served when your oppressor can sit there and have the heart to dare tell you the truth about who you are, what you are, and where you really came from, and the things you really created. As opposed to still lying to your ass, making you think he created everything that you see when he ain't created shit, not even his motherfucking name. That's when justice was served. When I see the trees singing frequencies to each other again, and I hear the dandelions talking, but they can't do that right now because there's too many fumes in the air and their chloroplast DNA is being tampered with through the poison they putting in our soils. They're killing our species, have destroyed our entire planet. We don't have one fucking tree left on the realm. This is what they left us with. This is what we've been reduced to. So justice ain't never been served yet. Justice is served when we do a declaration of sovereignty and declare ourselves sovereign beings away from this system. That's when justice was served. And we stand our ground for it too. And eradicate anything that stand against what we stand for. Without fear. That's when justice was served. You worried about going to jail? Why? That mean you abiding by the system. That's what they use to control you, nigga. How about we fight back? They can't take you to jail if you fight back. They too busy fighting you to pull out some cuffs. That's when justice was served. When you remove the government, because we can govern ourselves. When you remove the police, because we can police our own communities, nigga. That's when justice was served. When you don't need money to live. Like these walls ain't made out of sheetrock. And like that sheetrock didn't come from the soil. The paint they used to paint these walls with has chemicals in them that come from the soil of the earth, of Kai. That's when justice was served. When you can think what you want to think without judgment. Society has this little box you have to think within. And if you think outside of it, like now, you outcast. If they have it their way, nigga, you can't get a cheeseburger without taking a jab. Because they still here. These fallen angels. Justice is served when we had full unity amongst ourselves. When we realize that we are really reflections of each other. How you gonna put anybody down that got carbon in their skin, man? We can't really put nobody down because that's still our reflection. What we need to do is put down the judgment and pick up some heart in war with the oppressor who got us in this position in the first motherfucking place. Fuck passing judgment on each other, because we all have been fucked up around here, nigga. Whether you woke or not, at one point you was fucked up because they fucked us up. So if you was able to fight back and find yourself, that just make you stronger than that rest. We don't need to pass judgment on nobody that ain't woke yet. Everybody got their own journey. Just because he not woke today don't mean he ain't gonna be woke next week. Just because she's shaking her ass for cash today don't mean she ain't gonna be meditating in the grass next week. So instead of passing judgment on each other, which is some coward shit, another act of more pusillanimous activity. And if we have new viewers, pusillanimous means cowardly. I just like to fuck with these white crackers who think that they diploma meant shit because I ain't get it. Fuck y'all diploma. I've been rebellious. I walked out of y'all schools because y'all ain't do shit but lie to me, nigga. I don't need no validation in y'all lies. A A, B, or C of y'all grading scale could never judge my genius or any of our genius. You know? Look how they reduced us to. Used to get straight A's and you feel like you did some shit with your life. Now you woke and you be like, hold on. If I got straight A's, that just mean my ass was good at them lies they told. Nigga, that's exactly what A's mean. Now you want F's. Because the niggas who got the F's, nigga, y'all had it right all along. Y'all wasn't paying attention to that shit. Like, man, if I ain't gonna listen to that goofy ass shit, you knew they was lying. That was your soul. You see? And then motherfuckers like me, I got B's and A's and only C I got was math, because my mama ain't play that shit. There wasn't no going outside. So at the least, nigga, I had to get good grades, nigga. Wasn't no going outside if a nigga didn't. Fuck that, nigga. Columbus discovered America today because I'm trying to get outside. I know he didn't, but I'm going to circle it on this goddamn test. I ain't fucking around. Nigga got shit. Nigga got shit he trying to do this weekend. You hear me? My mama ain't play that shit. I'm just being real. But guess what? I can look back and be like, damn, you know what? Here I was coming in with B's, laughing at motherfuckers who had D's and F's. You an LD. Y'all dumb as hell. You failed that, you dumb as hell. Y'all know how to be in school. You be talking shit about each other. Your ass don't know how to read. Motherfucking called to stand up and read. They can't read for shit in class. You be laughing. Because I was that nigga, teacher called me to stand up and read. I hope I got a teacher that was my high school teacher, elementary school teacher. I'm pretty sure they watched this. They didn't watch. They watching somewhere. They know. Just call me to read, nigga. I'm to the point where they want to call me to read all the time. I'm like, hold on, man. There's 28 other motherfuckers in the classroom. Y'all better rotate that shit on me. Calling me to read all the chapters because you like to hear a nigga voice. Fuck y'all, man. You better call some of these other motherfuckers in class today. You hear me? But now, though, the people that didn't know how to read, they had it right. You don't even know how to read what? It's all in here anyway. So learning how to read their lies ain't shit. But look at us. I know how to read. I know 1 + 1 is 2. You don't know shit. Shut up. I know my math. 3 × 3 is 9. But who taught you that? You learned it at school. Okay, cool. Now who taught you that in school? My teacher. Okay, cool. Now who does the teacher work for? And what was your teacher giving every year? Was your teacher wasn't allowed to come in there and create shit. Your teacher had a curriculum, a pre-planned program to teach your motherfucking ass, nigga. You see? You see. And who the teacher work for? The principal. Ooh, why they call him the principal? I told y'all, principality. All your principals is in the fraternal orders too. Let the truth out the bag today. Yes, we will, nigga. All them principals fucking Masons, nigga, and Eastern Stars. That's what they call principals. Principalities. To reside over these lies and these spells being programmed in the youth. Well, I will whip every principal ass in the country. I have no respect for a principal like I have no respect for a motherfucking teacher. Unless you teaching real shit. I respect these motherfuckers on YouTube before I respect the teacher working for these crackers, nigga. This racist ass system, nigga. Getting paid to lie to souls. Getting paid to drown souls. Fuck out of here, nigga. Y'all ain't shit. And you grown as fuck, you know better. For a check, you gonna sell us out? You sold us out. Every fucking teacher I had, y'all sold me the fuck out as a kid, nigga. All the fucking lies you made a nigga memorize and you knew they was lying, nigga, I was a child. You was an adult, though. Fucking house Negroes and Auntie Tamikas. Nigga, y'all know y'all can't teach what the fuck y'all want to teach, and the few teachers that did try to keep it real, I bet they ass wasn't at your school that much longer. Fuck out of here, nigga. We don't highlight that when we should, though. We want to focus on the drugs and the murder. What about the murdering of the minds? At least the murderer go to jail if he get caught for murdering a motherfucker in the street. These teachers get paid to murder your motherfucking mind. These principals get paid to murder our motherfucking minds and our souls. We be really believing that shit. Really thinking the earth is round. Nigga. I don't think y'all hear me, though. We need to be posted up outside of every school. Nigga, y'all worse than 12. We ain't gonna be smoking dead cops. We gonna be smoking dead teachers, professors, nigga. Y'all better fall back off them jobs, nigga. Type of job is that? Out here getting paid to murder motherfucking minds and never go to jail for it, nigga. And you got the nerve to be out there striking. Should strike y'all ass across y'all shit for telling all them lies. You be seeing them, teachers union, they striking because they ain't getting paid enough. You don't need to get paid shit, you lying. Want to strike some shit, we need to go clean across y'all shit. That's the only strike that need to get done around this motherfucker. Facts. In here teaching motherfuckers all about shapes that don't even exist and shit. Why y'all ain't teach us the real shapes? Supreme geometry. Fuck that algebra. Fuck 1 plus 1, nigga. That ain't supreme mathematics. Them symbols that we gave y'all ass. We dumbed it down for y'all. We gave y'all the Roman numeral, motherfucker. We didn't need them. This shit is in our amino acids, nigga. In the abyss of our soul. We speak through numbers. We don't need to write shit down. We gave them to the oppressors because they was the watered down version of us. So once again, how you know 2 plus 2 is 4? Who taught you that? How you know 10 times 10, 100? Is it really 100? Can we even trust the numerical scale? Or is that going to make you think too deep? Why should we trust anything they ever taught us? We didn't caught them in more than enough lies. Or are you that scared to question everything? How do you know 1 plus 1 is 2? Yet you have based your whole life around these numbers. These Roman numerals, as they are called. Let's not forget what they call them. And let's not forget who the Romans were. Nigga. They ain't never loved you, liked you, on no level of life. So why are you trusting them with anything they ever told you in school? Everything you do in life is based off what you learned as a child in school. That's what you compare it to. Everything. Everything. I told you. Rainbows and stargates, they lied about that. They know that your ancestors still travel and that you can see it. So when you see it, they told you them shooting stars and meteors and comets. They lied about that too. All them galaxies and planets and universes you see every night, they told you them were stars. Lied about that too. Let's run down their record a little bit now. Let's backtrack a little bit now. They told you Jesus was real when he was really the first ship they used to go grab some niggas from the other side. Hell, shit. Go look up Constantine. He gave a whole speech. He was so bold with it, he let you know in his speech to Rome. Constantine. The creation of this Jesus story will make us a lot of money. It's exactly what he said. You go Google it. They lied about that too. Hell, they told you Santa Claus was real. And they ain't never said that he wasn't still. They told you the Easter Bunny was real when rabbits don't even lay no motherfucking eggs. Lied about that too. And still do today. Told you Jesus told you he died and he rose on the 3rd day at Easter. But goddamn it, Easter changed every motherfucking year. We never thought about that. Nigga, if the nigga died on this day, why is it changing every year? And why are we getting so motherfucking fly for? Nigga. If he left, why are we celebrating so hard for? There we go. Why I got on my badge, y'all? Why I gotta come to church with my best suit on? Somebody called my phone. Why I gotta come to church with my best suit on? Huh? Why are we celebrating? They told you had DNA when they could have just said you have DEA. Why all these lies for, man? They told you that the United States has 50 states. Boy, you know how much land is here? They only showed, they got you living in a small 50 states. What's enough land to have 300,000 states? They got you living in 50. While they exploring the other 1,000 states that they can't figure out. Why are you trusting liars, folks? Still, you wouldn't do that with your girlfriend. You catch her ass lying back to back to back to back. Yo, hold on, this hoe ain't shit. Hate to call her that, but she didn't drop in frequency. This hoe always lying. Now, I can see one now. You know, one, because we make mistakes. Even players fuck up. But if you consistently lying habitually, you ain't shit. Fuck is you doing all this lying for? Bitch, I ain't trusting nothing else you say. You'll do the same thing, goddesses. You catch this nigga lying at everybody, everything. You nigga lying about playing the game. Babe, what you doing? You yell upstairs. Babe, what you doing? Nothing. You playing the game, ain't you? Nah, I ain't. I'm laying down. You creep up there on him. He playing the game like a motherfucker. Like this nigga lying about shit that he ain't even got to lie about. I can't trust nothing this nigga say. That's exactly how you would be. They didn't lie about shit they didn't even have to lie about. And we still trusting them? Even now. The government say UFOs real, y'all. And you want to trust anything they say. They said in Chicago, they locked up 5 people for FBG Duck murder. And you believed it? You believe they did it? Yes, you do. Because I see all the bloggers running off with it. They ain't did shit. Them boys innocent. Moowop and all them people they locked up from O-Block, innocent. They ain't do that. The government killed FBG Duck like I told y'all last year for exposing what was going on with Vaughn and trying to end the GDBD war. They did it, them niggas would have been got locked up. It's called Let's Roll a Story Out Here. Lil Durk sacrificing his homies as usual. Nigga sacrificing nigga in more than one way now. But I'm not touching it. I'm gonna let all the bloggers use FBG Duck name to get views. That's why I ain't doing no lie about it. I'm focused right here, but I just had to hit it because motherfuckers believe what they see every time. Every time. No. But we in the end game though. A lot of y'all seeing these ships in the sky. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about this mothership. This mothership that exists. And it's more than one mothership. It's a lot of them. It's not just one. It's not just one. Reflections. It's many motherships. What is this? Hold on, y'all. Are you laughing at me? Man, that shit was nasty. When I was testing it. I wanted to see what was to it. That's nasty. But yeah, it's many motherships. Many motherships. Many motherships. Okay? many, many, many motherships, Reflection. So, what's a mothership? The ships that individuals see when planes land or when you see them in the atmosphere, those are not motherships. Those are scouting ships. Scouting ships. So the way it works is like this. For a mothership to orbit or come within a planet's atmosphere, because the motherships are bigger than planets. I want y'all to try to envision what I'm saying. These motherships are huge. And they are literally big enough. Sometimes one mothership will have up to 3 different planets living within them. 3 different species from 3 different planets will be living on one mothership. That's how big. One mothership is big enough to house an entire galaxy. Okay? Because that's what motherships are designed to do. They're designed for galaxies to board them and zip to different locations within these possibilities we call the multiverse. So motherships, once they get there, they then let out all these other ships that go out and go create or go look for certain resources or go provide resources or transport resources. Okay? Motherships have their own, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say infrastructure, but they have their own dimensions within them. So I'm trying to use the way I'm explaining it is not words for it. So let me dumb it down to this density. Put it like this. They have their own ecosystems on it. So you might get on this mothership. It's winter here. This side of the ship is winter. This side is summer. This side is spring. This side is fall. Now, the mothership isn't really like that in the inside, like with the different ecosystems. This side might be a jungle. This side might be like a mountainous peak. This side might be like a oceanous location, right? All in this mothership. And I'm using these different locations and different sceneries just to give you an idea of how so many different galaxies are able to, how a galaxy is able to be transported on one mothership. You have to think. A galaxy has 999 planets within it. Okay? I repeat. One galaxy has 999 planets, and one mothership can house a whole galaxy. So that's 999 planets. Not to mention, each planet has 9 realms on it. That's a lot of beings. So these motherships tend to never really enter the stratosphere of planets because they are bigger than planets. However, they can, you should know this from quantum physics, they can diminish their size by because they have particle accelerators, okay? Remember, everything breaks down to atoms, so that's even in the multiverse. So what they have is these weapons called particle accelerators. And it's the same thing as like with shapeshifting. When individuals, when souls shapeshift, They have to bend the light photons. All right, so that's the light around the object so that you can't see it. This is how they're able to take on another image. So these motherships have particle accelerators within them. And these particle accelerators, what they do is they pull up on the planet if they need to go within it. And it's only going to be an emergency. If a mothership comes to a planet, you know it's going down. Okay, so a mothership, if they have to go within the planet, they use a particle accelerator to diminish their size and separate the atoms. And basically it's a real advanced thing because we don't use this type of science here. This is really advanced, but basically they are able to splice the atoms in the nucleus of the atoms and the microorganisms that make up the density, that makes up density itself. They are able to separate density and split it to diminish the size of the mothership. They do the same thing with the mothership while keeping everybody within it to come within the planet. You don't want a mothership to come within the planet because you know you didn't fucked up. Okay? That's a lot of forces that's on this mothership. So if they have to come within a planet, you know what's going down. Well, when we went through that Lionsgate portal in August, the mothership of what a lot of people been speaking about, because you got two this here. You don't have just one. You have the Galactic Confederation, which is ran by Captain Ashtar. He's an actual Pleiadian, but he's a good Pleiadian. Remember, I told you, all the Pleiadians are not bad. Because remember, I taught you is duality in all things. Okay? So some Pleiadians are bad, which are the ones that's on our planet. They bad. But then the Pleiadians back in their galaxy and stuff like that, they not all bad. Just like all the Andromedans are not bad. All the Arcturians are not bad. You get what I'm saying? And all the Arcturians aren't good. All the Blue Avians aren't bad. All the Blue Avians aren't good. These are different extraterrestrial races. All right? Now, certain races is pure. Like the Lyrans. You see what I'm saying? The Lyrans, all pure. Nomos, Nagas, all pure. But even amongst us, it's gods. It's Anunnaki gods. Right? All of us not pure. We have what? Amongst us, we have fallen gods as well. Right? So that's the duality in all things. In all races. As above, so below. So they have been sending, you have the Galactic Confederation is here. Okay. So their mothership is here. And that is ran by Captain Ashtar. Not to be confused with Ishtar. But Captain Ashtar is an actual Pleiadian. He's a good Pleiadian that has done a lot for our species throughout these energy cycles. He has helped reel in a lot of galaxies. Like I said, when you have over 200 galaxies involved within this war of these motherships that came to this planet. Now, you have the second mothership, okay, which is the mothership of the ancient ones. So the ancient ones are older than the Titans, okay? You have the Titans, okay? First off, let's break it down. You have the gods. Then you have a race of beings older than the gods called the Titans, okay? Then you have a race of beings that are older than the Titans called the Ancient Ones, okay? The Ancient Ones. You feel me? Y'all mama some clones, and she eat doggy dick. So you have a race of beings called the Ancient Ones that are older than the gods and the Titans, okay? So when you think about us, the Anunnaki gods and goddesses, right? We are at the top. We are the creator of all. But remember, we have been created in different energy cycles. You feel me? We have been created in different energy cycles. Feel me? And because we were created in different energy, because the motherfucker wanna, you feel me? This a clone. Yo mama a clone and her dead dog a clone. Smoothie. All right, so we have all these different energy cycles and we have beings that were created in different energy cycles. Reflection. Y'all feel me? So the oldest group of beings, one of the oldest, I'm talking about these entities, you could call them almost like deities. They have been here. They have been here. All right? Meaning they have been here. You have elders, right? I mean, there's so many different. You have to understand, we are before time. It's so yep, there ain't gonna be no winner. Peace, God. I seen your comment, no winner at all. But you have to understand how ancient we are. I mean, it's so many different races of us. They spoke of this in their Greek mythology: the golden race, and then the silver race, and then the steel race, and then they trying to break us down, but they couldn't. But the ancient ones are the ones that came on his second mothership. All right, and they come directly from Sirius X. The Galactic Confederation has nothing to do with Sirius X. Okay, the Galactic Confederation is a bunch of different species from different star systems coming together to fight. That's the Galactic Confederation. But the ancient ones who brought their mothership come directly from our headquarters. So this is Brodem. This is us. You see what I'm saying? This is some of the elders of us, the elders. Feel me? The elders that wrote the elderly scrolls, that created the mystery schools, that taught, certain advanced beings what they know. And these advanced beings communicated and taught it to us. It's a long story, okay? But just know we've been here, and it's a lot of us here, okay? But, yeah, that's Brodem, like, because this coming straight from X. This coming straight from headquarters. They come straight from headquarters, like, nigga. They jumped on the ship and came straight from headquarters here with it. Like, it's finna go down, nigga. It's already going down. I'm just letting y'all know who here. I'm letting you know who here. That's all I'm doing. I'm letting you know who here. Listen to me closely. I keep telling you, motherships don't come into the surface of planets, y'all. Why do you think y'all seeing so many quote-unquote UFOs? It was no motherships here first. It was just scouting ships that have come here, and you rarely seen them. But you seeing so many now, and y'all, all day, every day, just get on the internet. You gonna see all type of motherfuckers posting shit. That's not fake imagery that you watching. And you seeing all different type of formations of them. You don't know what's going on, do you? Exactly. I know you don't. You see what I'm saying? You confused right now. Like, what the fuck? You just know what shit happened. But why the upgrade? Why is there so much more activity in the sky? Man, the sky be on 10. You damn near can go ahead and go look at the sky any moment now, and it's going down. Every day. It didn't used to be like that. The motherships are here. That's why. Okay? The Galactic Confederation and the ancient ones that came from our headquarters star system, Sirius X Atlantis. And they don't play. Now listen. When we wake up, like we doing, just pulling in, no lie. Not much principality energy is here. Well, I grew up on these bitches busting. I ain't had these in a minute. Over busting. And they soft too. Come on, soft. You ain't get through no conversation eating these. Tell them right away. Unless you just swallow it right out back, it's a wrap. They're too juicy. They're too juicy. For real. And if you ain't never had these, you don't know why I struggle. What you talking about? You ain't from the struggle, you ain't never had these, nigga. I don't even eat candy no more, but when I seen them, I'm like, I know the ship is going down. It's in game. All the shit I like in this God vessel, in this avatar, let me enjoy this shit now. Cause we rising in frequency. This shit over with. Ain't gonna be no caring none of that because it's going back to nature. All the little shit we like, y'all, is gonna be gone because you remember, all this shit was programmed to us. I'm just being honest. Facts. All of it. Paying your cell phone bill, shit like that. Playing the game, wearing cloth, and our favorite little, all that's, enjoy it. Jets enjoying this shit. Because the motherships is here. And this is why so much activity. You have two here. Why do you think everybody was seeing Planet Nibiru? The second sun is coming back into our atmosphere, but why was we seeing Nibiru? How did the Nerubians get here? The Nerubians got here. How did they get here? They came on a mothership. And certain days you look out and you see the sun and it be Planet Nibiru. See? Remember that mothership can house a whole galaxy on it. Planet Nibiru, come down, get released. It's wheels that spin. They look like wheels, but they not. But we're going to describe them as wheels that spin. And they get released out. Let it out. It goes into orbit. You think it's the sun. It's Planet Nibiru. Helping to unsalt the seas. Cleaning up the oxygen. That's the Nerubians doing that. They go over there and they leave, go back. Our technology is so advanced. You have no clue. You feel me? So you leave, go back up into the ship. You think the sun back right there. Remove the sun, put the sun to the side, put Nibiru right there when they want to do what they need to do. That's how they've been operating for the past all this year. Nibiru been here since the beginning of this year. People just can't tell the difference between the sun and Nibiru because the Nibiru is a sun, a planet, and a ship all in one. That's how advanced our technology is. That's how advanced our technology is. You know? I think somebody asked this copper. I'm charged up. That's copper right there. But yeah. So. The mothership has 1,900 smaller ships, which I would like to call, let's say, how can we put this? So we have certain ships with weaponry on them, right? That are able to control the density. So the density needs to be controlled so that certain scouting ships can even come onto planets. So this mothership has over 1,900 of them. I'll say commander ships. And they are ran by smaller commanders. But then after that, you have out of the 1,900 ship, each commander ship has, man, maybe you can't even put a number on it, but at least like 300 scouting ships. Sometimes up to 3,000. Some of them have 9,000. So you have the mothership that has 1,900 commanding ships, and each commanding ship can hold between 300 to 3,000 ships within it. And these commanding ships, what they do is their job is to watch the density. So they place the commanding ship over each city in this realm, okay? On this state, or on this, when they come on this realm. So you think of Chicago, all these cities have of commanding ships over them. All right? Every state, every city, every country. And then each commanding ship releases all these scouting ships. So each state has commanding ships, right? And each city has scouting ships. So most cities have between right now 300 to 3,000 scouting ships that are sitting right over every city ready to attack. It's not a game. Hear me closely, each city right now has between 300 to 3,000 scouting ships that are ready to tear this bitch up on command. They just sitting in the sky, waiting, okay? And they go back up to the commanding ships. And the commanding ships, which is 1,900 of them to be exact on each mothership, they go back up into the huge mothership. This is how it works. This is how we work. You think the military formation, who you think they got it from? You feel me? So, I want to show y'all something. Because, see, we here now. And a lot of individuals don't know this, but I want to read this to y'all. I'm going to go to the Bible for a second. I'm going to break the Bible down. So, look, let's go to Ezekiel 1. And I need to read, so I'm finna cut the comments off because I got to be able to read. All right, cool. So now I can see. So let's go to the Bible and talk about Ezekiel. I cut all the comments off so I can read because I can't read this with all y'all comments popping up. So let's talk about Ezekiel's inaugural vision, Ezekiel's vision in the Bible. We're going to break it down. Let's see what Ezekiel's vision was in the Bible and what he really meant. In my 30th year, in the 4th month of the 5th day, while I was among the exiles by the Kabar River, the heavens were open and I saw visions of God. Key word, the heavens were open. So he's looking up into the sky. He said, in my 30th year, in the 4th month on the 5th day. So he was 30 years old. And if you go by what he's saying, that's January, February, March, that's April 5th. He was 30 years old on April 5th, okay? So in his 30th year, in the 4th month on the 5th day, while I was among the exiles by the Kabar River, the heavens were open and I saw visions of God. We know who God is now. So let's stay with the story, y'all. Because the Bible spoke a lot about what's going on now in different codes. And that's why I want to go to the story of Ezekiel's vision. On the 5th of the month, it was the 5th year of the exile of the king. The word of the Lord came to Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzi, by the river in the land of the Babylonians. In the land of the Babylonians, we know America's New Age Babylon. There the hand of the Lord was on him. So basically he's saying he was in Babylon and the sky opened up and he saw God in these visions. And this was his vision that he saw. Ezekiel say, I looked and I saw a windstorm coming out of the north, an immense cloud with flashing lightning and surrounded by brilliant light. He's talking about these ships. Let's keep going. The center of the fire looked like glowing metal. So he's describing the bottom of the ship right now, in the motherships. And in the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures, because we represent the four corners of the earth, north, east, south, west, 4 phases of matter as well. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy, and the 4 elements, fire, water, air, earth. Check them out. So the center of the fire looked like glowing metal, describing the metals at the bottom of the ship. And in the fire, what looked like 4 living creatures. In appearance, their form was human. He described the Pleiadians and Commander Ashtar, because we the gods and they look human, right? But each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Now he's describing the cherubim and the seraphim and the other beings that he saw on this mothership. Their legs were straight. Their feet were like those of a calf and gleamed like burnished bronze. Okay? Under the wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands. All 4 of them had faces and wings, and the wings of one touched the wings of another. Each one went straight ahead. They did not turn as they moved. He's describing this ship, y'all, and the propellers on the ship, how they look to him, the craft, the mothership. And they telling you how he was in Babylon when he seen this, which would be present-day America. Their faces looked like this. Each of the 4 had the face of a human being, and on the right side, each had the face of a lion. And on the left, the face of an ox Also, each had the face of an eagle. Okay? We know America's symbol on their flag, the eagle. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let you keep breaking that down on your own. Such were their faces. They each had 2 wings spreading out upward, each wing touching that of the creature on either side, and each had 2 other wings covering its body. Each one went straight ahead. Now pay attention. Whenever the spirit would go, they would go without turning as they went. Okay? He's describing these scouting ships that were moving with these advanced beings that he couldn't explain, that he never seen before at this point. So basically, he's describing this big mothership, okay? And he's watching these commander ships and these scouting ships being released with these different beings on them. And he just like, he don't know what nothing is. But check him out. Wherever the spirit go, they would go without turning as they went. The appearance of the living creatures was like burning coals of fire or like torches. Because remember, we are luminous beings. So he's describing these creatures on the ship and how they illuminated. Fire moved back and forth among the creatures. It was bright and lightning flashed out of it. The creatures sped back and forth like the flashes of lightning. Ain't that how it look when you look in the sky and you see shooting stars? Okay, let's keep going. As I looked at the living creatures, here go the wheel, I saw a wheel on the ground besides each creature with its 4 faces. Remember, we talk about Ezekiel's wheel today. What was the wheel? Let's see. He say, I saw a wheel on the ground beside each creature with its 4 faces. This was the appearance and structure of the wheels. Now he's describing this wheel in the sky that he saw. They sparkled like topaz, and all 4 looked alike. Now we know topaz is a beautiful reflection, especially if you've seen real topaz before. Each appeared to be made like a wheel intersecting with a wheel. You know what he's describing? Let's go to Google. What they call them, UFO ships? Let's look at UFO ships. Oh, the wheel. Oh, okay. Don't that like a wheel if you on the ground looking up? Oh, okay. Let's go back to this Bible. Let's go back to Ezekiel's vision. Okay? As I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the ground beside each creature with 4 faces. So he said a wheel, each wheel represents a ship, y'all. So he's breaking down, seeing these different scouting ships, which he said it was 4 of them, and each ship was commanded and flown by a different being. So each ship had its own pilot. So that's why he says, I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the ground beside each creature with its 4 faces. This was the appearance and structure of the wheels. Now he's describing the space. He calling them wheels, but these are scouting spaceships he's talking about that he just seen come out of the mothership. They sparkle like topaz, and all 4 looked alike. Don't they be looking alike? Our ships look different than this, but let's use this for lecture shape, okay? All 4 looked alike. Each appeared to be made like a wheel intersecting with a wheel. Okay. Doesn't that look like a wheel? These are different shapes people have seen over the years. And they do come in different shapes. But don't they all look like a wheel intersecting with a wheel? A wheel, see the bottom? A wheel intersecting with a wheel. He called them wheels. He didn't know what to call them. He didn't know what they were, so he called them wheels. Let's keep reading. Each appeared to be made like a wheel intersecting with a wheel. As they moved, they would go in any of the 4 directions the creatures faced. So he's describing these creatures, these pilots who had flown and landed these wheels or these ships as being able to control these ships with their mind. Because he say, as they moved these wheels, they would go in any of the 4 directions that the creatures faced. But the wheels did not change direction as the creatures went. Their rims, he called them rims, were high and awesome, and all 4 rims were full of eyes all around. Okay. Don't these look like eyes all around? You see the eyes all around? You see what he was describing? The eyes all around, this is Ezekiel's wheel. See, this shit all in the Bible and code, man, about what we really is, you know? Because they had to tell it to you, but if you can't break it down like the golden child, then you just lost. But check them out. Their rims were high and awesome, and all 4 rims were full of eyes all around. When the living creatures moved, he's talking about the pilots that flew the ships, the wheels beside them moved. The wheels are the ships. Remember that. And when the living creatures rose from the ground, the wheels rose. So he's letting you know that these creatures, these extraterrestrial beings, had the ability of levitation, which we do have. That's what he's talking about. And when the living creatures rose from the ground, that's levitation, the wheels would rise along with them. Because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. We have spirit and soul. And Pleiadians, they look like humans. They have spirits. He's describing the individuals that flew these spaceships right here when he's saying because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. When the creatures moved, they also moved. When the creatures stood still, they also stood still. And when the creatures rose from the ground, the wheels rose along with them because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. He's describing them flying these ships and controlling them. That's what he's describing. Spread out above the heads of the living creatures was what looked something like a vault, sparkling like crystal. Remember, we had crystal beautiful towers. I told you everything was made out of beautiful crystals. Check them out. In the Bible, they're telling you about these crystals, sparkling like crystals and awesome. Under the vault, their wings were stretched out, one toward the other, and each had 2 wings covering its body. Now he's describing a different ship. When the creatures moved, I heard the sound of their wings, like the roar of rushing waters. Ain't that how it sound when a helicopter land or take off? It be roaring. I heard the sound of their wings. Don't the wings of a helicopter roar when they make a noise? So he's describing the wings of these different spaceships that he's seen. He said, I heard the sound of their wings. It was like the roar of rushing waters, like the voice of the Almighty, like the tumult of an army. When they stood still, they lowered their wings. Don't planes do that when they land? They lower their wings? Okay. Then there came a voice from above the vault over their heads as they stood with lowered wings. Above the vault over their heads was what looked like a throne of lapis lazuli. And high above on the throne was a figure like that of a man. To let you know that advanced beings were in a higher position than those that even landed the ships. Remember I told you, he's describing the scouting ships. But the scouting ships come from commander ships, which come from the mothership. Okay? But I want y'all to notice this. Lapis lazuli has always been one of the most powerful crystals. And look what he just said. Then there came a voice from above the vault over their heads as they stood with lowered wings. Above the vault over their heads was what looked like a throne of lapis lazuli. Why they ain't never teach you about that in church, though? It's in their Bible, but they ain't never taught you about it in no church. And high above on the throne was a figure like that of a man. I saw that from what appeared to be his waist up, he looked like glowing metal, as if full of fire. And that from there down, he looked like fire and brilliant light surrounded him. So he's describing the powerful aura of us advanced beings, like the appearance of a rainbow in the clouds of a rainy day. So was a radiance around him that was the head commander of these wheels. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. When I saw it, I fell face down, and I heard the voice of one speaking. Now I can turn the comments back on. That's Ezekiel's will. And you would have never known that. They don't teach you about that in no Bible in no church. They know damn well you ain't never read no Bible, let alone breaking it down for you. Ezekiel's vision was all about the mothership coming back. Notice how he described the beings on the ship, how radiant they were. He said, like, oh, it was like seeing God. So he fell down. And that's what human beings gonna do. When they see these ships land and the motherfuckers that get off them look just like us. And that's what a lot of our own guys and goddesses gonna do when these ships start landing down a little lower and niggas get off looking just like us, but with a way brighter glow. I'm talking about brighter than the sun. You ain't gonna be able to look at them if your frequency ain't high enough. Because we are luminous beings. They ain't been breathing oxygen. They you though, they your family, your cosmic family, but they ain't been breathing oxygen, so they radiant like at our full strength. And niggas gonna fall down and prostrate when they see him thinking that it's Jesus returning. And they gonna be like, get your goofy ass up. Ain't no Jesus, nigga. We you. Get your ass up, nigga. It's Ezekiel's will. That's what these wheels was about. He was describing. The mothership returning. And releasing her commanderships. And each commandership has 300 to 3,000 scouting ships on it. You have 2 motherships here. Each mothership has 1,900 commanderships. Each commandership has between 300 to 3,000 scouting ships on it. That's how many of us have returned. On top of your principalities this here, like these warrior Orishas, because they come to fight with you when you pull them in, but they can only come when you pull them in. They here because we all been pulling them in. We all been rising. All our energy donate to that. You have the Lyrans here, the Nomos here, dolphins and whales, mermaids and mermen. The Nagas is returning. Y'all gonna see the Medusa still exist as well. Half goddess, half lower body of a snake. Beautiful, radiant, long locks. We have so many different species that we created that exist. And they are coming down on these wheels that Ezekiel was talking about, or ships, or portals that are already here. You have ancient tribes that never transcended fully from this realm. Because when they were slaughtered by the hundreds of thousands, they threw their bodies in one ditch and just built parking lots and cities over them like they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They here, they pissed. This is the truth of Ezekiel's will. You and Jesus can kiss my ass. All right, talking about Jesus is coming. This is the truth of Ezekiel's will. I have to ask you to exit the class respectfully. Thank you. Get them on out of there. This is a cosmic family reunion right now, family. We ain't got shit to worry about. Just get to know your family, your cosmic family, who've been hidden from you. But I wanted to go to the Bible to show you that this has been talked about even in their religion. They just hid it from you. Like I say, most individuals never even read the Bible. They went off what the fuck they were told about the Bible. They didn't read it for themselves. They went off what they were told about the Bible. But they never read it for themselves. And if they did, they weren't able to decipher it. No, they wasn't. They really thought Ezekiel was talking about some regular goddamn wheels. No, Ezekiel is a human being. We the gods. Remember, the Bible is their story. We before the Bible. Adam and Eve, we are pre-Adamites. That's their story. So Ezekiel is a human being trying to describe this godly event going on that he couldn't describe. So he called them wheels. And he called us creatures. And he called the aura of a brilliant, bright glow. He didn't know what it was. He was a human being trying to describe something beyond his comprehension. 9 ether beings. Mothership. Here now. 2 motherships. Sirius X headquarters. That means we 9 ethers. You're going to find it out. You are the most powerful thing in the multiverse. Why do you think so many other beings came back to help save your motherfucking ass right now? That's the Jesus story. Jesus came out the clouds. They told you that in the Bible because they knew we was coming back. They knew we was coming back down here. See what I'm saying? Your ancestors knew. And the oppressors knew. So, you know, everybody, I'm waiting on Jesus to come out the sky. Why are you even talking about anything coming through the sky? Because they knew we was coming back. And when we come, we was going to come out the sky through the portals. You said they flipped everything on you? You know, we here now. I'm just explaining to you what's all this UFO activity about. And I want to explain to America and those who think they're going to do anything to my species or me that I've been sent to wake up these souls. So you putting fake cases on me and just because we try to play it y'all way don't mean nothing. It will not go your way. I will never see no metal. I won't see no metal like I haven't seen any. Because those who sent me are sitting over every city as we speak. They wish you would play with who they sent. This energy rising high off these downloads they're giving me to tell the planet. They wish you would play like that. Just like when we shot the video. For those who didn't come out, we did a meet and greet, video, mass meditation. We just family reunion. We did our thing. 3 days straight down here in Atlanta. The day we was shooting that video for the revolutionary song, just a revolutionary remix, to cast out revolutionary energy to let them know this our motherfucking planet, we have took it back. We are rising. Everything without a soul will be eradicated, right? And everything vibrating low will too. You had human beings out there. You had what they call our Latino brothers out there who are gods and goddesses. Ain't no such thing as Latino or African American. You had us, we was on such a high frequency, a rainbow came out. And it wasn't raining. A Stargate opened, nigga. I told y'all Stargates. But I tell you what a Stargate, rainbows are Stargates. The Stargate opened. No rain came out. They had to tap me on the shoulder. Hey, God, you see the rainbow? We brought a rainbow out. That was the ancestors. We opened the Stargate. Just uniting like that for the same purpose. I want y'all to understand. This is over with. It is in game. The wheels are here, as Ezekiel called them. That's why you seeing them every night. And there's 2 motherships here, not one. One mothership is to do one thing. The other mothership is to do something else. And I can't say that online. For those plans have not unfolded, and I will not help the government or the FBI or the oppressors by giving away such divine intel. But know that my intel is divine and it's being channeled from the ancestors who sent me to do this. But these are the wheels. This is Ezekiel's wheel. The motherships and the commanderships and the scouting ships. All is being revealed. Let him who has eyes see clearly. Also, I will be giving all the lectures on the website this week. So come join it. www.theuci.online. ONLINE. We on the website all week because Instagram deleted my main page. So plus we didn't get to do the lecture on the website last week. We going deeper and deeper with each download, Reflection. I hear me, Cosmic Family. Deeper and deeper with each download. Once again, come on the website. I'm always coming to their platform. Y'all come to mine. www.theuci.online. We're going to talk about a lot. But with that being said, I want this to marinate on your soul about these motherships, about Ezekiel's will, and the placement of why the reptilians race feels the way they feel. Because remember, the reptilians can't live without eating our kids and eating us. And no carbonated being could ever be a reptilian. The reptilians are reptilians, and they can only shapeshift into the bodies of human beings. Well, with that being said, now we rise. Enjoy it. Peace to the guys and guys of the Planet Kai. I'll see y'all next Sunday on YouTube, if the universe permits, because it's endgame, and they plan on crashing this grid any day now, because they are scared. They are scared. And our fear has been removed. And they know it. They know what you are. Now we rise. I leave as I come. One.